Hi there. My name is Gail Sigler, and I'm anxious to tell you about a phone call that changed my faith life. 16 years ago, I received a phone call from a young woman who attended the same church that I did. And she said something like, I want to invite you to a ladies' night out with a few other ladies and myself. We're going to a great Panera-style coffee shop in Mahomet, where you can have supper, dessert, or just have coffee. The Holy Spirit must have taken over because I immediately said, Yes, I'll go. The next Friday evening, we met at her house and 5 of us loaded into the car and headed to Mahomet. Thankfully, the only place a group of 5 could sit was in the party room. And that was such a good thing because we laughed so much and we talked so loudly that we would have been such an annoyance to all the other patrons. Before we left the coffee shop, my friend, Dawn, who organized the outing, said, I want to read something to you, and proceeded to read a very meaningful devotion. Discussion and questions followed at the restaurant as well as on the ride home. That was the beginning of a very close-knit small group, and we were such a hodgepodge of women. We varied in age by 21 years, and our children were from 2 years old to 30 years old. We visited our personal coffee shop on a regular basis until it closed, and then we went to other restaurants, other coffee shops, and even met in each other's homes. Every time we met, there was a Bible lesson, lots of discussion and sharing, and always a great deal of laughter and many, many, many prayers. Why do I share this with you? Pastor Dave and Henry are always encouraging us to join a small group or to start a small group, just like my friend Dawn did. I'm going to give you an assignment. Sorry, that's the old teacher in me coming out. Go to Google and search for scriptures that talk about Christians gathering together. I did, and it gave me over 100 scriptures. Small groups come in many sizes, shapes, and interests, but all should be based on faith and based on wanting to strengthen each other's faith journeys. Small groups can consist of a group of Christian mechanics, farmers, business people, quilters, gardeners, mothers, fathers, grandparents, couples. Well, you get the idea. We hear a great deal from Dave Ramsey on how to faithfully manage our finances, but he has the following to say about managing one's faith journey through small groups. He says, with 7.5 billion people in the world, it sure doesn't feel lonely. People are everywhere. Even so, it's easy to get so wrapped up in our own lives that we don't take the time to really get to know others. We might mingle at church or catch up in the break room at work, but that doesn't mean we have authentic community. Here's the deal. God didn't intend for us to live in isolation. He specifically designed us to crave and thrive in relationship with others. We are our best selves when we're experiencing life's highs and lows with others. Community is encouraging, fun, it attracts the Holy Spirit, and fosters love. I'm fortunate because I belong to a Trinity small group for singles and couples that my husband and I host in our home. I attend Bible study fellowship and belong to a small group there. When I attend one of the Bible studies at Trinity, that is a small group as well. I'm kind of a small group junkie, but that is only because of that phone call that changed my life, my faith life. You see, that phone call 16 years ago forged a bond among 5 women, now 6 because we added one, that still exists. We've encouraged, celebrated, cried with, and prayed for each other through the highs and lows of life. That bond even kept us together when in 1 year, one moved to Nebraska, one moved to Arkansas, and Dawn, the organizer of our group, moved to Oklahoma. We now text or Zoom our celebratory events or our prayer requests. Those women are among the first that I think to contact when life happens. Galatians 6:2 tells us to bear each other's burdens alongside them. Hebrews 10:24 through 25 instructs us to encourage each other. Romans 12:4 through 5 reminds us that we are better together than we are alone. Dawn, who changed my faith life with a phone call, is one of my mentors, even though she's almost 14 years younger than I am. I learn from these other ladies all the time because they are so real in sharing the good, the bad, and the ugly. Dave Ramsey had another bit about community, small groups, that I want to share because it is so spot on. He said, "Everyone has something to teach and to learn. In fact, community, small groups, creates the ideal environment to be a Barnabas, a friend, to pursue a Paul, a teacher or a mentor, or to train a Timothy, a student. Joining a small group is not like taking the ACT or SAT entrance exams for college. There is a small group for everyone, men, women, teens, couples, and you do not have to have a specific level of Bible knowledge to join one. Look around, ask questions, find a group that suits you to try. But if you don't find one, I urge you to make a phone call. It might change someone else's life. Take care and have a great day."